This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey bitch, what is your whole deal? Hey bitch, just tell us how you feel. You wished for a sign from above. Well, here's a podcast about boy sex, fucking, dating, and love. Seek treatment if you're boring as fuck. Seek treatment if you're unlucky in love. Seek treatment if you just can't take a hint. Well, seek treatment with Kat
and Pat.
Hey, it's Catherine.
And Pat, and this is Seek
It's
Treatment.
a podcast about
It's
boy
about
sex,
boys,
fucking,
dating, and love.
and love. I am feeling older than my age right now.
I always feel older than my age, but also younger than my age. I never feel my age.
Oh, I feel outside of time and space right now.
Do you feel tired? Is that what you're saying?
It would be amazing if we knew what I was saying. I feel like I don't have a single idea or anything to say, but I have basically, I'm tired. First of all, I'm coming to you live from friend of the pod, Lolly Adefope's house, because I came over this way to hang out with her.
Oh,
And
I forget that you're in London still.
I know I'm literally here for so much longer.
Remember Lolly's birthday party?
No. Where was that?
London.
Oh, yes, now I do. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll never forget that. Yeah, I'm here. Oh my God. I just feel so disoriented, or as they would say in England, disorientated. They say disorientated on Love Island. Anyways, I'm here in her house. It's so cozy in here. But I was like, can I just bring my stuff and pod at your house instead of driving back to where I'm staying because it's far. But we were just catching up on the couch, being cozy. I actually did something social last night, which I never do. I went to karaoke with other friends of the pod, Patty Harrison, Io Debris.
Well, everyone's in London, huh? Oh,
There were
it's a
so many.
Fringe.
I don't know why everyone is here. It was. I was like, how many podcast guests can we fit into one karaoke room, dude?
I know. Wait, so it was the three of you doing karaoke?
No, it was like a little gathering of people doing karaoke. I just went
Are
for
you
like an hour.
are you too young for Say What karaoke, or are you the appropriate age to reference Say What karaoke?
I don't know if I'm too young, but I don't know what that is.
Say What karaoke was an MTV show where I think it was just I guess it was just regular singing, but to like pop songs, and it was a contest, and you could win or lose. And it was called Say What karaoke, and it was
Wait, it's a TV show?
It was a TV show in probably the year 2000, maybe 1999.
So how is it different than American Idol?
I know. I just was thinking that, like,
because it's your real voice.
Well, it's different people every episode. There's 3 new people, and I think their real voice. And because there was also
is it kind of like it's your regular Joe? It's not like people who want to be professional singers.
I guess it was your regular Joe because like they didn't want to be professional singers, but like they were good at singing. Usually, it wasn't like, oh my god, they're so bad at singing. It was like they're gonna sing.
What channel was it on?
MTV.
Va.
There's nothing like watching MTV at 4:00 p.m. when you're 13.
Take me back. That is the epitome of style, class, and excellence. Is to come home, take off your school skirt, grab a giant sleeve of Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies that have been in the freezer because you were taking care of future you when you put them in the freezer before school at 6:45 a.m. You come home, they're crispy, they're frozen. No one's in the house, and so you're in your panties and your school polo shirt. And you flip on MTV and you inhale 14 Thin Mint cookies.
School polo shirt.
Thus spoiling.
I'm gonna keep on dancing in my school polo shirt.
I'm gonna keep on dancing down in my polo shirt. I've been in the studio for the past 10 days.
Oh, you have been in the studio for the past 10 days.
I am a fully fledged pop star. I've been working on my album. I'm having the time of my life. I'm actually, Pat, I'm not kidding. It's what I was born to do. I was born to write songs.
So
I'm so
so
good
you're
at it. I love
are you
it.
yes, of course. Are you so
Yes, work.
is it songs from your previous specials or are they new songs?
So, I don't know how much I can say, but I will say it's a combination of old and new songs.
Wow.
And so I've been
I'm
working
gonna
on it with
keep
this
on dancing in my school polo
polo
shirt.
shirt. That's it, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that, remix, the Weird Al version of, Pink Pony
That's
Club.
people enjoyed so much posting 400 is pretty good for a podcast that I think everyone should comment on whatever video you find
Yeah.
access to of us and say, "I'm gonna keep on dancing in my school polo shirt."
If you're listening to this episode this summer, which is 2024, we want you to go on any of our content, it doesn't matter what video, and say, I'm gonna keep
I'm
on
gonna keep
dancing
on
in my
dancing in my
school
school
polo
polo
shirt."
shirt. We would like for you
Um,
to do that. Signal to us that
that
you
that you're
care
still
by
here. We're literally it's the equivalent of us being like, "Is anybody out there in the
I
woods?
know, I
Anybody out of
know.
the woods? Anybody out of the woods? Anybody out of the woods? Anybody out of the woods?" It's really repetitive. Anyways, I've been having the best time. I'm recording this amazing producer here named Kuros, who's an absolute genius, and we've been having the best time, and I cannot wait for y'all to hear what we've been working on. Such a classic thing to say.
Do
I
you think
can't
it's
wait for y'all to hear what we've been working on.
do you think it's bad what I just did?
No, it actually reminds me of something I did once.
Well, it reminds me of something I did by accident like 6 months ago. I keep doing the same thing by accident.
Well,
Or
insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
but as we know on this podcast, it's literally not. That's not what insanity means. If you if you roll a dice twice, you'll get different results, probably, chances are. So it's like, that's not
Wow, that's
insane.
actually so wise.
Yeah,
Pink
that's like a
polo
famously
shirt.
flawed definition of it's a famously flawed
Um,
definition of insanity.
what if this was my dildo?
That would hurt, I would imagine,
And
right?
I took turns. It wouldn't be right, but I could have pussy and ass at the same time. It's a little too far apart, actually. Anyways, this is my
Um,
mic stand.
I
I
was
will say
I stumbled
ever
across a
since
bad
what?
well, I was just gonna say that reminded me that I stumbled across a bad porn.
I watched a
Like,
porn today, isn't that weird?
oh, interesting. Well, the bad porn I saw, it was like a doctor porn, which could be fun
Mhm,
if you imagine the right things about it. But
mhm.
this doctor porn, it started off great. It started off perfect. It was like just what the doctor ordered, and then um, there was like the patient was in, of course, a medical gown. The doctor was like
Medical gown.
the doctor was sort of like probably around 40 with beard, muscled, and then like of course they started getting to the examination, but then they took this weird turn where the doctor took out some device and was like opening the patient's asshole really wide and kept sort of like
Oh, I don't like that.
putting like huge things into it. I was like, well, this isn't like what
That's a
this
different genre that you signed up for.
yeah, it's like what a bizarre left turn. Like I don't need I don't need this. I keep doing things by accident on my phone.
I know. You've been doing that for a long time.
I know, I shouldn't have a phone, but I do. But I do, that's the hand I've been
And what do we
that's
do
the
about
hand
that?
that's the hand I've been dealt, is having a phone.
It is so psycho, like, I mean, it's so scary having a phone.
I know, you could
I wanna
just
be free. I want to be free.
well, if you could have a phone but not be crazy about it, that would be perfect, but unfortunately, that's impossible.
But it's just crazy to have, like, this little device that has all your everything on it at all times right next to you.
I know, and, like, too much access to other people and other people having too much access to
I don't
you.
want so much access to everyone. I don't wanna
I
know
know,
everything. I
I
want
know.
mystery.
I would like people so much better if there was no such thing as phones, don't you think?
I would adore seeing everyone I knew if there was no such thing as phones.
But
People will be
unfortunately
nicer to each other.
yeah, we gotta figure out a way. I made the worst well, whatever, I'll tell you later. But,
Well, talk
well,
off
no.
pod.
Yeah, we'll talk off pod.
Do you guys talk off pod? Um, I was
What are
just
you doing
thinking
this
about
weekend? What time is it
well,
where you are?
it's 8 PM.
Wow, such a different time than what it is for me.
I know it's what, 1, not noon?
It's noon 19.
Noon 19. That's a good title, Noon 19. Um, well, I'm not really gonna do anything because I have to fit we're gonna finish. We're gonna do the last track of the album tomorrow in the morning, and then I'm gonna go see oh my god, shout out another friend of the pod, they're everywhere. Nana Mensah, I'm gonna go visit her
Oh
and her
my
beautiful
god.
baby.
And she is London-based.
Yes, she lives here now. And she is in my new favorite show, which I am not caught up on, so don't spoil it and don't tell me anything about Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I just finished it.
Okay, don't tell me. I don't
I'm
wanna
not
know.
telling you anything. Can I
Okay.
say one thing that's not anything spoiling?
I don't know if I trust.
Trust me, you know that I know how to, you know that
I
I
know you, I know
know
you,
what's
I know you.
appropriate for storytelling and what you can't know and what you can know.
Okay,
That's my
tell
one
me,
skill.
because you are a story editor and producer.
Well, not anymore. Now I'm a supervising producer. You stupid bitch. Don't ever, ever take anything away from me again. So
I
well, I
haven't
just
seen you
like,
in so long, it's so crazy.
I know. When do you come home?
September 2nd.
Jesus Christ on a
Jesus
cross.
H. Christ.
Jesus Christ on a cross stick.
I really feel
Um,
so boring, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, keep going.
so I didn't really like Presumed Innocent. I thought it was like I didn't like a few of the performances, but like when
There are some crazy performances.
yeah, but when they do announce like in the climax, of course, this isn't a spoiler to say. Obviously, like a verdict is announced, and like you do get full. Like I got like a physiological like. Oh my god, but what is it gonna say? You know what I mean? And then I had to be like, this isn't a real person. You know what I mean? And that's cool to achieve that.
I'm excited to feel something. Well, I have to talk to you about The Valley because as you guys
Oh
know,
yeah. I
I've
was
now
wondering if
watched
you would if you would move through it or step
well, at the
away.
beginning, I wasn't into it, and then now I'm really into it.
But wasn't there something gratifying about seeing Kristen again?
I mean,
She has to
sh
learn.
she hasn't changed. I really don't
I
like her
know.
boyfriend.
Well, I've never have I seen two people and been so immediately certain that they should not be together. You know what I mean?
Everything wait, hold on, I just watched the scene where they talked to, like, the family couples counselor, and the counselor's like, "So where are you guys gonna live?" And they're like, "We don't know." Like, "So what's
Yeah.
your money situation?" We don't know." And I'm like,
Also, her like when they're talking about where she wants to live, and she's like, "It could be San Francisco. It could be. I cannot leave California." And it's like, well, San
"Yeah.
Francisco is so far from LA. It's not just. It's giving like I can't cross state lines. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's giving
and
like
yeah."
my parole officer will not allow me to leave the state.
She all I know about this guy, first of all, he looks like he would snap and be really scary, and she's always just talking about he's so young and has such a hard dick.
I know she's
I'm
like
so not attracted
obsessed.
to him.
She's
I
obsessed with being
unfortunately
like,
share your affliction, even though I think he's reprehensible.
yeah, my affliction.
Your
Oh,
affliction of
Jesse.
being attracted to Jesse.
Oh, I think Jesse's so hot. Like,
He
but I
is, but
don't.
his personality is absolutely miserable and
I
horrible.
don't know. I find him to be sympathetic.
Are
Like
you joking?
he's
I'm at
trying.
the baby moon.
Yeah, I thought he was trying.
His
I
behavior at the
mean,
baby he's unbearable at the baby he's unbearable at the baby moon.
I don't remember the baby moon specifically, and that was a really
Oh, it's
boring one.
crazy.
But I did think like
You know who's
I
scary?
did. I
Janet.
think he was trying so hard to like work on a marriage with someone who was so unwilling to like even try.
I feel like she's been trying to leave that marriage for, like, 3 years, and he's just like, "You can't."
I think well, they have I don't know. I think he's like, "Can we work
Yeah,
this out?" I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
don't you think the
They need
whole
to
of
work
the
it out on the
valley
remix.
don't you think the whole of the valley is sort of an indictment on anything, everything? Don't you think it's a statement about how futile it all is?
I think
You
it's
just
so you know what was so what 'cause I was watching with Cam, we were talking about, like, how in earlier seasons when the guys and the girls split up, it's like the guys are just, like, fucking around and getting drunk, and now they're, like when they're on the, like, boat fishing and, like, talking about life and relationships, I was like, now they're, like, talking the way, like, girls do, and it's
right,
so fascinating to see, like, the inner workings of, like, a four-way male conversation.
of a
It's
four-way.
shocking, a four-way,
Yeah.
them sucking and fucking and
I know about a famous I
putting
know
this
about
in their ass.
I know about a famous four-way. Can I
Oh,
tell you it?
yeah.
I just
Is
bleep
it
all the
all
names.
guys?
It's 3 guys and 1 girl.
Oh,
It's like 2 gay guys and then a straight
oh,
couple.
oh.
But the gay guys aren't, like, linked romantically. I don't think I would wanna do a four-way where it's me, another gay guy I wasn't romantically linked to, and a straight couple. I think that would feel strange.
Yeah, I wouldn't no offense, I wouldn't wanna do a four-way with 2 gay guys.
Yeah, why would you?
You know what I
Sounds
actually was
terrible.
you know what I was masturbating to this morning was the idea of, like, me with my legs up and just, like, 10 guys in a line, just, like, each fucking me.
That's cool.
Sometimes I'm like, I cannot believe I say these things and then put them on the internet.
So do you want to be run train on?
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to be run trained on.
I don't want to be run train on. I like one
Why?
person. I like it when it's one person because
I
of
think
my
it would
story.
feel so amazing to feel all the different dicks.
Because I'm a former storyteller. Because I'm a former story editor.
Current supervising producer.
I do respond too much to like
Narrative.
storytelling narrative, and it's too hard to work in so many different
But that
character
is but that
arcs.
is the narrative. It's like
There is
I'm
no
a
narrative.
whore. Oh, so for
Yeah,
me it's like okay, for me it's like
you're captured.
no, it's like I'm a whore who's like found herself tied up in a very male dominated space. Maybe it's like a locker room or like a truck stop or like whatever. And all these guys are just like, look at this dumb this is crazy.
Yeah,
Look at this dumb whore. Like what's she even good for? And I'm like, just being fun.
I know. Well, did I tell you a code I recently cracked of like negative space gay porns?
No, go on.
Well, you know I'm a storyteller and a former story editor, so like you know how I am with semi homemade, where it's like I'll sometimes use the costumes and set deck of a porn video to like and then
Sa
scrap their dialogue and create my own
oh,
story.
of course.
So like
Sara Lee, semi-homemade.
one thing I'm always butting up against is there are some gay porns that happen almost in this sort of like vacuum space, this almost like laser tag facility looking space.
Mm,
And I'm like, well, what story could I tell here?
like
Like
a
what
warehouse, you mean?
warehouse, but not even quite a warehouse sometimes. It's like too designed to be a warehouse, but not. There's no reference to something to a space that would exist in reality, and I think that's part of the point of it. It's like it's truly like two men fucking in a vacuum. It feels like, and I'm always like, what can this be? And sometimes I'll be like, oh, I would love that porn looks good, but unfortunately, like there's no story to be told here, and I have to move on. But in recent months, I've finally cracked it, and like
Mm.
this is the story. This is the story. So it's like they're in this space because like basically there's this politician and like
Oh my
he
god. This is already good, I'm already hooked. He
and
is
he's
presumed innocent, season 2, now streaming on Apple Plus.
and he's like very right. He's very right wing, and his politics aren't good. Like they're like quite problematic, and like
Mhm.
he certainly believes that marriage is between a man and a woman, and he certainly isn't for the LGBTQ agenda. Now
Yeah,
he has a wife and two adult aged kids who are like the son is around my age, but
okay.
like and like they actually and the son, it's important to him, this straight identity, because like he definitely subscribes to his dad's politics. That's how he was raised. But like at the end of the and so like that's just his reality, and he's never thought about it too deep. But what happens
Oh.
is like essentially a terrorist cell does kidnap this family for like geopolitical reasons,
Oh
and
my god.
they're and they're holding them in like a holding space, and they're all being held, and like the head of this terrorist organization is like, I guess, is really hot, and he is sort of like, and he is gay, I guess, and like so he kind of takes a liking to the son, and he sends like his cronies in to get the son, and then like that's where we start the scene. And like so the son is like, he can't help, even though his family's on the other side of the wall and he's scared, he's like can't help but realize he is like attracted to this like person. And then they have sex, and throughout the sex he's like, oh my god, I unfortunately like love this. And sometimes I
I unfortunately, like, love this.
and sometimes I even extend the fantasy to be like, and then when the family's finally like freed, he like stays back, like they're gonna escape, and he's like, I unfortunately love getting fucked by this guy too much, I have to stay.
That's a really good one. Sorry, I'm getting this weird
Yeah,
buzzing.
I'm
Um
so glad I cracked that. It opens up so many doors.
Y'all know that I love getting drunk. I love getting a buzz. I love drinking wine. I love being fun, but I'm uncultured swine and I don't understand why wine is good or what makes it taste good. But thankfully, I am so lucky because today's podcast is brought to you by Last Bottle Wines. If you haven't yet heard about these folks, they're a Napa Valley based online wine shop with a twist. Mwah, mwah, mwah. They offer just one hand picked wine per day until it sells out, and it often does in hours, so be careful. So New day, new wine, always at an incredible price. We're talking like 30 to 70% off retail, which is absolutely iconic. And they taste through hundreds of wine each month, so you don't have to. And they help find you the best, most exciting bottles from all over the world, so you can feel chic, like a chic, fabulous wine drinker. And the best part, there's no subscriptions, no fees, no minimum purchase. Just a daily email with a really great wine that's sure to impress. So we have the opportunity to offer Seek Treatment listeners 10% off your next order with code Seek Treatment. Sign up at lastbottlewines.com and find out why Last Bottle is the most fun way to discover and buy amazing wine.
This podcast is supported by FX's English Teacher, a new comedy created by and starring friend of the pod, Brian Jordan Alvarez. From Paul Sims, the executive producer that brought you What We Do in the Shadows, English Teacher follows Evan, a teacher in Austin, Texas, who learns if it's really possible to be your full self at your job while often finding himself at the intersection of the personal, professional, and political aspects of working at a high school.
So tune in, y'all. Woo! Support our absolute faves, Brian Jordan Alvarez and Paul Sims, who I adore because I love working on What We Do in the Shadows. What an amazing show. So tune in, you guys. Don't miss this. FX's English Teacher premieres September 2nd on FX. Stream on Hulu. I'm really feeling spread thin, if I'm
Really?
honest. Yeah,
What-
I literally haven't had a second to breathe
Wait,
because
so you're at Lolly's house.
my computer is making an annoying buzzing sound. Yeah, I'm at Lolly's house. I'm in London and I'm going to Edinburgh on Tuesday. So I
Uh,
have like a few days before I'm doing like a show every night. Oh, by the way, you guys, I'm doing a big show in London on August 30th at the Shepherd's Bush Empire, and I would love to see you there as well. There's tickets remaining for that also. What have you been up to? Are you
well,
you're in the hacks room every day?
I'm in the hacks room every day. I think I finally cracked the code of like writing after work, which is good.
Oh, that's amazing. What's your routine?
That I get off work and then I can't sit on the couch because I go to sleep if I do. But then I just take some time away and then I mean when I say cracked the code, I mean I just have been able to do it the last couple of days. But like I'm gonna spend all weekend writing. I'm going to Horses tomorrow, which will be fun.
What's
Like
that?
it's a restaurant that was canceled for like I think someone like I forget the
Oh,
story. Like someone jerked off with a dead cat.
yes. I actually somehow, yeah, I heard the story too. The chef was caught jerking off while strangling a cat, allegedly.
Yeah, but I think it's like back horses. I'm going with my friend.
Awesome. That's awesome. What's the food?
I don't know. I'll find out
Are you going with
tomorrow.
your food friends?
No, I'm going with my new friend, and she is
Got
wonderful. I'm
you.
excited. And she's a listener, I believe. So
Oh my God, shout out for listening to
yeah,
us.
and then but I'm gonna write other than that. And then this is my only thing I have this weekend, and like
That's so nice.
except I'll get my haircut tomorrow, I think, because it's getting quite long. But I don't feel like
Sure.
getting my haircut lately. But yeah, that's it. I saw Long Legs last weekend. So
Oh,
bad. I'm so
oh,
annoyed.
really? Why is everyone excited about it?
I don't know. It's bad because they're
I
dumb, I
want to see
guess.
it.
It's such a slam dunk, so easy. Like I'm so annoyed. Like they're
I'm
so
ready for
annoying.
you to write a horror movie.
I know one day, except for that, everyone's writing a horror movie. It's like
I do agree.
every single thing is horror comedy. It's like I'm sick
I
of it.
know.
I'm not gonna add to the problem.
I don't want a horror comedy at all. I want just horror or just comedy.
If it's done well, it could be good, but of course, no one does it well.
What I was gonna say earlier is that due to our current political landscape and the news that's recently been happening, on my TikTok algorithm is all clips from Veep, and it's like it's just the funniest show of all time. It's so unbelievable.
I've never watched it. I want to watch it.
Oh, wow. Now I'm jealous of you because it's unbelievable. It'll make you, like, inspired to, like
Yeah.
comedy again, and I've been watching all these old clips, and there's this one the reason I said dildo is I just watched this one where she's like says something like, "Why would I wanna do that?" It'd be like using a croissant as a dildo. It doesn't
Oh
get the
yeah,
job done, and it makes a fucking mess.
I saw that clip. I don't know. Something about, I mean, I'm sure I know that Veep is very good. Something about that, because I've seen that shared a lot. It feels a little too written to me or something. That joke.
Oh, well, the whole show's, like, joke, 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 joke,
I
joke,
know,
joke,
which
joke.
I love. Like, I love 30 Rock. I love a joke done show or something with that. For some reason, that specific joke isn't my
I'm
type.
sorry the joke that tickled me on my TikTok this morning. You know what had me there was a TikTok
Well,
that
it's
had
very
me
much like being shared right now, so it's like that's why I have an awareness of it.
yeah, okay, I'm just
But I
part
mean,
of the
I think it's a
problem, I
good.
guess.
I think it's a good joke. I think it's a good joke, of
I
course.
mean, she just and she her delivery is also amazing. She just, like, doesn't miss.
Um,
But yeah, no more
hmm.
horror comedy. We're moving on from that.
We're moving on. I think we've done it. We did the damn thing. We're excited about having accomplished that, and now we're moving on to other happinesses as a culture.
I
I
haven't
wonder
maybe
what
I should go to the movie theater. That could be cute.
it is fun. I wonder what it's like in London.
Um, I don't know, probably similar, but different. Oh, yeah, and then I have my healer tomorrow night, and then I have to leave Monday open because I have to do laundry before I go away for a month
Wait, where are you going?
to Edinburgh.
Oh yeah. So do you still have Cam's place that you're renting?
Yeah, or I just, like, leave a big bag there, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I feel, it's a place that it's such an intense place for me.
Who's gonna be in Edinburgh that we know?
Well, Maggie Winters is living with me, which is gonna be so fun.
Oh, I love her.
Me,
We should have her
Maggie
on.
oh, immediately 100%. Wait,
Yeah,
yeah, duh. I always forget about all the amazing people we need to have on, and then it's like, here we
I
are talking
know.
about what's on your couch? Is that a blanket?
Yeah, is that bad?
No, it just looks so cozy. It looks so, like, nice.
Ah, my
Ah,
accident.
it's
I know.
okay.
I know. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Um, yeah, I feel like, the first time I went, I was so hard on myself and so intense, and I didn't, like, have fun and socialize. And then 2 years ago when I went, I was so distracted, and I'm just excited. I hope it's fun. I wish I could, like, hide my face. I really don't like how I look right now.
You look great. Now,
I
what's
don't
the deal
care
with
if I do. I just, like I wish that I we need, like, like, on Zoom, how you can hide self view? I wish we had that because I just, like
yeah.
I think I'm a beautiful, sexy girl, but I just, like, don't like looking at myself right now. I'm a little hungover.
These long sleeve shirts everyone's wearing.
Who?
I don't know. All the girls are wearing these long sleeve shirts. When did they come in to Vogue?
Like
The one you're
me?
wearing right now. Yeah.
This long sleeve shirt?
Not that exact one, but I think that's such the style right now, don't
Oh, it's
you?
actually a dress.
I can't see your bottom half. You haven't felt comfortable showing me your
I
bottom half.
was I was a
Do you
supervising producer.
do you know what shirts I mean? They're almost sheer
Yeah, I
sometimes.
do actually know exactly I know what you're talking about, like a mesh patterned long sleeve top. I kinda feel like they're
Totally.
classic.
We're getting absolutely filleted in our chat because clearly we're being boring because our producer's like, "Do you want letters or help?"
We are gonna do a letter for help, and I can't wait for it to come through. I can't wait. What are you gonna have for, oh, wait, you're going out to dinner tonight.
No, tomorrow night.
I've had Indian food for the past, I would say 11 meals. I can't stop.
I had Caribbean food last night. It was pretty good.
Yum.
Then I had
What'd you
plant-based ice
have?
cream. This place called Bridgetown Roadie that's like a pop-up, I guess.
You're becoming such a foodie in LA.
I'm not. I just like
Is it because your friends are or what?
I do think there's more of a going to dinner culture here than in New York.
Yeah, what's the culture in New York? Because all I do is sit in my room and eat takeout.
I don't know. I guess it's like meet for a drink or something.
I swear I used to be interested.
Yeah, I feel like you're always meeting people for drinks.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Are you going to the wedding that I'm going to in
I
September?
actually I actually, lost 4 pounds from diarrhea. Not that it's good or bad.
Oh my god. How has that been?
I went to a place called Egg Slut, and
Everyone
I was
talks
so
about that.
it's not good. I mean, I was excited 'cause I was craving, like, a really hearty, decadent breakfast, and I got this, like, massive egg sandwich and this cold brew coffee. Then when I looked at it, I don't know, it looked like it had something in it that was weird, and then I'm not kidding, like, I finished it, and then I was in a really bad mood, like, existential dread, and so I went for a walk, and then after I walked around, I had to leave where I was and go back to my hotel, and I did unspeakable things.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's kinda cool. Um By the way, yeah, Tevi, send through a letter for help whenever, and we'll read it aloud.
I'm sorry that I'm
But
distracted, but I'm getting I'm actually I wish I was getting less distracted, but I'm actually getting more distracted.
oh,
Oh,
she
emails.
emailed.
Okay, we're gonna head to our emails here, which a
We're
lot of
gonna,
people
as a team.
head over to our emails. Were you proud of me yesterday that I did that administrative task?
Yeah, I felt really bad for you that you had to do that.
Yeah, it was like actual hell, of
I
course.
knew I could, like, I almost was, like, enjoying reading the messages because I was like, "Pat's gonna be so
So annoying.
annoyed right now."
Oh,
Okay,
this is
I'm
interesting.
gonna read this.
When you go away from oh wait.
Sorry,
Oh my god, no, never mind.
I'll read the
This
first
is
one.
do you know what live Jasmine is?
No, what?
Live Jasmine. It's like an ad pop-up that always comes up on porn. It's even gay, but it's for women.
I've never heard of that. I
It's
watch
called live.
porn,
I don't know
like,
what it is.
every 4 months. Can I read
Okay.
this out loud?
Yeah.
Hi, Kat and Pat. You guys are my fave pod, Seek Help. And I have been regularly recruiting friends. Oh, thank you. To start.
Thank
Oh
you.
my God. Never mind. Recruiting friends to start listening by describing the pod as the one where they talk about their holes.
Which one
And it
is
works
that?
every time.
Which one was that?
I think what this person is saying is that we always talk about our holes in every episode,
Oh.
which, to be fair, I've talked about them
I see,
actually
I
7
see.
times already. This person says, please don't say my name, so I will not, and I would never.
I am gonna
Um,
say it.
I am a I okay, so here's the letter for help. I'm a queer in my 30s, and I've been in a relationship with my partner since this past fall. They are so kind and funny and sweet, but I find myself constantly asking myself if it's the right relationship for me. This is the longest relationship I've been in since I was 20, and I feel insecure about how little long-term relationship experience I have. I spent most of my 20s being single and longing for a relationship, but I was trying to date men at the time and always thought it wasn't working out because turns out I was gay the whole time. I'm at a point now where I'm wondering if maybe long term dating just isn't for me. Or maybe it's just not a match with my current partner. They are lovely, but I often find myself longing for deeper conversations and a different sexual dynamic. When we go out to events, I find myself wishing I could be flirty with other people there, and then I feel sad. We're monogamous, and I can't imagine that opening the relationship up would be a solution, but I'm wondering if I want to be poly, question mark, but that also sounds like hell. What kind of
Yeah.
dating should I pick? Should I break up with my partner? I don't know how to open this combo up with them because I don't want to say that I'm longing for certain qualities and it just be a criticism of who they are. They are so special, but I think maybe I'm looking for a deeper connection and I've just not felt much spark. When I see friends who have partners, it seems like they're blue to talk.
About
Able
anything.
maybe? Blue
Oh,
able
yeah.
to talk about anything and be each other's best friends, but I don't have that with this person. I also can't tell if this is just some fear of commitment stuff that I should be patient about. Is any of this relatable? Am I a monster? What would you do? Thank you for reading Eek.
I mean, I think this is the whole thing, isn't it? I don't
I
know. I feel like I
know.
was in this situation and
I
I
know, especially
ended the
is dating just
relationship.
not for me? That's a question you've asked yourself many times.
Yeah. I'm
How do
thinking
you
about
feel
this
about it
a
at
lot.
this moment?
I don't know. I'm thinking about this a lot. Like, I don't know what I want. I can't tell. I can't tell. Like, I can't tell.
I mean,
It just
you were
I
in a
guess
good
I
you
guess
were in a successful relationship for a long time.
yes, but I guess what I'm coming up against is does it always just
Fizzle.
yeah, and then it's like, well, it's this losing of luster that it seems like you're sort of
I know.
like surrendered to, and it's like, well, I
And
don't
this is the
know. And
question of
then
the valley. This is the question of the valley.
just the constant of the being enamored, the getting excited, the spark being like so temporal, well, what is it now? The like, oh, did I ever really want this? Is this right for me? Is it someone else? Is it, well, I feel a spark for that person, but I don't think we're compatible to like build a life together. But then it's like, okay, well, what's the point of anything? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, I keep coming back to, I better just focus on my work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I sent you that amazing TikTok, which you weren't able to access about
I know my phone's doing a new thing where it doesn't let me go to TikToks that people text me.
but this person was kind of saying that limerence, which we're obviously big
Yeah, tell
fans
me what
of
it said.
over here, it just said that, like, they're like, "I guarantee you if you're finding yourself in a state of limerence, it's because you've recently, like, abandoned a project that or, like, a pursuit that was, dear to you as an individual, basically. And I often find that, yes, I long for like a crush or like a new obsession when I'm not creatively fulfilled. I'm not making anything. I'm not focused.
I
But
know.
to
So
circle back to
what
this
about the
person's
other side of
question,
it? Yeah, this person's question is about the other side of it, where it's
I feel
like
like
there's
I feel like in this, from what I've read, I feel like you need to break up with this person. It doesn't mean you don't love them. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. It doesn't mean they don't have amazing qualities. But if they're striking out on two fronts, aka friendship and sex, then it's a kind of easier dilemma. It's harder when it's like you get one or the other, and you're like, I don't know what to do.
yeah.
I feel like it's okay that you had a successful relationship, or sorry, you should celebrate that you had a successful relationship, and you should probably move on. But also, I don't know, should you be poly? I don't know. It sounds like a lot of emailing. It sounds like a lot of like Google Cal.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know
but
about
you could
poly.
try it.
I don't know about poly. I think poly is not for me, that's for sure.
I cannot imagine being poly, but I feel like I'd be good at it. Except for no, I'd be poly and I would like to
But
have
don't you
like
think your
6
brain run
boyfriends, but I don't
don't you
want
think
them to
it's
have
like
girlfriends.
I know, and don't you think your brain runs away from you so much with every new exciting person that you just be in a constant state of your brain running away from you?
Yeah, I'm always convinced I'm like in love with some like random new person. It's like, no, bitch.
I
This
wonder if
actually
I'll
for
ever
me,
wo
this for me is the summer of closure. I've run into so many of my exes. It's crazy.
Oh, really? Well, remember Seattle, you saw that ex.
Yeah.
What other exes?
Um, I ran into this is a true throwback for those who used to listen to the pod, but I ran into the artist formerly known as my toxic guitar teacher, and
Yes, that's who
we
it
had
was,
an
yes.
amazing we reconnected, we worked it out on the
And the
remix. We're on
remix,
totally
yeah.
good terms. I wish them the best. I'm grateful I met them.
Did
I
they
ran into
listen to the
them.
podcast?
I don't think
Did they
so.
know the lore? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Can I ask
Um,
more about that interaction?
sure.
What was it like? Was he like, "I'm sorry"?
Yeah, like, as it was a kind of thing where I think maybe we both knew we might run into each other. I'd sort of forgotten about it. As soon as I walked up to
Where
him to
was it?
say hello,
I don't remember, like, who he was or how he entered the chat.
originally,
Yeah.
this feels
Just
so vintage.
yeah.
We met at a show
Yeah.
a long time ago.
No, okay, and so it just was nice. It was a
Yeah,
letting go.
he immediately was just, like, apologized and, like, was like, because I went to say hello, I was like, "Hey," and he was like, "Oh my god, I
Yeah.
owe you an apology," and just, like,
Yeah,
said this all
yeah.
this nice stuff, and it was just I was like, "Water under the bridge, babes, like, we're both
Yeah.
happy, we're both in love, and, like,
Yeah.
moving on." But it
Yeah,
was
it's interesting how
very
you always get the apology after you literally don't need it at all anymore.
Oh, of course, I was like, "I truly don't care," but I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Anyways, wait, do you have any other thoughts on this person's question?
Yeah, I think that listen, this is what I honestly think. I think that probably it seems like if it were me from the sense I get, I think breaking up feels appropriate, if only because, like, I think you seem to be feeling a certain desire to have different experiences and, like
Mhm.
and feeling like, "Oh, I haven't had enough quite life experience with other relationships. I need to know what else there is." And I think that feeling is very real and valid, and, like and you can always you never know what can come back in the future, like, I think that was part of my last breakup or 2 breakups ago, and, like, I think I think you do need to know what's outside of something when it's your first experience with it, and then once you do that, then you could decide if you wanna revisit it or not.
Yeah, I also think, um, something doesn't have to be wrong for you to end a relationship. I think you can
I
just want
know.
like, I like Pat, you saying, like, you wanna have new experiences. It's like, yeah, have new experience, says.
I know, well, there's no end, there's no prize to be won, there's no destination, do you know what I mean?
I
With
know, isn't that
relationships?
crazy? It's like whatever you like, however
Wh
happy you are right now is as happy as you will be when you get something else because it's, like, not
Yes.
about anything external.
And did I tell you I read a study that says, like, work or no, maybe it was an Iraq off essay. It was like, we there's a study done, and it's like Happiness or sad, everyone sort of has their baseline emotional reality, and like events only affect it positively or negatively for about 3 months. So it's like you
Oh,
could win the lottery
yeah.
tomorrow or like get your foot chopped off, but like in 3 months' time, you'll be about as happy as you were before it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interest Do you feel like you've been the same level of happy since you were, like, a little boy?
Probably. I think like yeah, and that's why it is also this like, well, I keep getting things. Shouldn't I be happier? Shouldn't I? And of course, you could like focus on being grateful, and you could like reframe and whatever. But I think everyone has a certain baseline brain chemistry that is returned to. I think.
Hmm. I do feel like I'm baseline really happy, but I think we've all gone through a traumatic couple of years,
Yeah.
especially. And yeah. Should I read this next question?
Okay. Wow. This one sounds hard. Want me to read it?
Yeah, you read it.
Hi, girlies. I'm in dire need of your professional help. I was close friends, some would even say best friends, with a girl for 8 years, and I was
Oh
dating someone
my
for
god.
5 of those years. A mere 2 to 3 months after I broke up with my ex, these cons were dating, and a few weeks ago they got
Oh.
engaged. I haven't seen them in about 2 years now, but they're going to be attending a friend's upcoming wedding that I'm in. What's something cunty I
Oh.
can and the advice question is, what's something cunty I can say to the backstabbers that won't cause any drama at my
Amazing.
girlfriend's wedding?
Wow,
Oh gosh, well, you
babe.
can't I mean, the best you can't seem like you care, unfortunately, because that'll only galvanize them. Like, there's some sense of them that's probably like, "Oh, we're gonna see her, like, she's probably gonna be a bitch to us." You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be getting off on that. So you can't play into that. You have to say something that feels I mean, it requires the perfect performance on your end because it's gonna have to seem
First of
completely
all, go to Juilliard really quickly
yeah,
before the
yeah,
wedding
for sure.
because you're gonna need to be
Definitely get
giving
your
the
ass
performance
to
of a
Juilliard.
lifetime.
Yeah, you need to go to definitely acting school for a while, and it's gonna have to be so perfectly played, but, like, I
Wait,
think
what
it's
should it
something like
be? Talk about a
I
play.
I think it's, like, literally like, "Hey," and, like, just a nod and, like, "Hey," and they know. Like, they'll feel like shit. Like, how could they
Yeah,
not?
it's like even it's almost like not kill them with kindness, but just like anything you say will be saying any simple thing you say will have so much subtext.
Yeah, just let the energy do the work. Let the energy
Remember
do the
the
work.
run-in we
Say
had at
wrong
that
thing.
wedding?
Yeah.
I always think about that.
I know. I actually
I feel
never
like
do.
if
I
I
always
were
forget about
you,
it. That whole
I feel like
wedding, I forget a lot, to be honest.
it was so weird that we were
Remember
there,
my
no
DM
offense.
I know, remember my DMs at that wedding?
Oh,
There's just that chapter,
was
yeah.
that with the aforementioned?
No, it was with, like, the not mentioned. It was with, the person I was getting a lot of DMs from in the
I don't
fall.
remember. Do you wanna bleep it? Oh.
It was
Oh,
during
of
that era.
course, of
I was getting,
course.
like and it
A
was like
horse, of course. Hay is for horses, of courses.
so that's kinda where my head was during that nuptial event.
Okay, so my first impulse with this situation is like, okay, obviously I'll be the person, and
Yeah.
now because it's also a different thing you would say to the man and the woman.
Okay, so I'll be both the man and the woman. Don't you think she'll be running into them
I
together?
guess, yeah, if they're standing together.
Okay, should we do 3 scenarios, woman, man together?
Yeah, I think we should do 3 scenarios. I mean, let's take okay, how about this? Let's both do each 3 what we would say in each scenario.
Okay, wait,
I'm
I gotta
not saying
take
this is right or wrong. I'm not saying this is a good idea.
okay, so I'm gonna be the man right now.
I'm literally trying to put myself in your shoes, like, it's such a crazy scenario. It's basically if, like
I know, for me, it's the same. For
it's
me,
like if,
it's
like,
literally this.
Amy and I mean, it's
Yeah,
just I can't even wrap my head around it 'cause it's just so weird. It's like if Amy and Brian
yeah.
were getting married, I wouldn't even be sad. I'd be like, "That's just so weird."
For me, it's literally this. It's like, "Hey, how are you?" And it's like just
Well,
that is
who
all
was
you
that
can
to?
that's the any combination. Because it's all you could say, because decorum dictates that it can't be more than that for better or
Yeah, it
worse,
really
and so
is just
it's not
like
your fault, like, we could have had a conversation, but now it's too strange because 'cause you've made it this way, and if they try to
yeah,
extend it, like, you could, just
I
they
honestly think, like, ignoring them will cause them most pain.
but I think ignoring them is, like
Not ignoring, I
yes,
mean, like, a dismissive hello. A
yes,
pointed and dismissive hello, as in, like,
an
that's the only
acquittal of
interaction
any
we're gonna
tension
have.
an acquittal of any tension, just like, "Hey, how
Yeah,
are you?"
'cause let's do so let me think.
But
So
you
who
can't hold your face in a way where it seems effortful. It has to be so casual. You have to nail it like that.
oh god, I know,
"Hey,
and
how
that's
are
why
you?"
Juilliard. Wait, so
Yeah.
who are you right now? Who am I talking to, Pat?
Okay, I'm the man right now. "Hey, Tabitha."
Sorry, I didn't expect Tabitha. Okay, go
Yeah,
again.
it's Tabitha. "Hey, Tabitha."
"Hey, I'm gonna go to the restroom." No, oh,
See, to me, that's too much, and even
yeah,
the "hey" was too much to me.
I know. How about this? Okay, like, "Hey, Tabitha." "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah, even that is a little too short. It's like, "Hey, how are
Damn,
you?" Like,
I'm not
literally, you have to sell
booking.
it.
Okay,
You
hold
have to
on, okay.
sell it, sell it, sell it,
Okay,
sell
okay,
it.
so okay, hold
You
on.
have to pretend like you would have to be talking in the Brian Amy situation. You're talking to Brian, but you're literally pretending it's like someone you're not friends with, but someone you like have admired, like you like from afar. You know what I mean? It's
"Oh,
like
hey,
that.
nice to
You have
see you." Yeah, how about can I give another
yeah.
reading? Can I have another
Yes, yeah,
chance?
that was great what you
"Hey,
just
nice
did.
to see you."
You too. Oh, bye. And then you're because you're
"Oh,
already gone.
I'm gonna grab a
Yeah,
drink."
you're already gone. You're already
I'm
gone.
already gone, and just yeah, 'cause, cunty things you could say
That
is
was
like,
great.
'cause
There's no country
thank
thing
you.
that
I know, but I'm saying options would include, like, "Oh, you guys look really cute together," or like,
yeah, yeah, or
"Oh
like
my god, it's insane that you're both here."
yeah, that's
"Oh, wow, I'm
fine.
shocked to see you."
Yeah.
"Oh, wow." I'm like,
Yeah, oh, wow, oh,
"Oh,
wow.
wow, this
Yeah,
is interesting."
that could actually work 'cause it
"Oh,
oh, wow,
wow."
it's such a small target, but, an "oh, wow" delivered perfectly could actually work, and it is
Because it's like,
cunty.
"I didn't even think you'd be here because I don't even think about you." "Oh, wow. Oh my god. It's totally
Yeah, like,
crazy
"Oh,
to see
wow,"
you
yeah,
guys."
and it's also kind of like an earnest reaction to how crazy they were for doing this that,
Yeah,
like,
"Oh, wow,
doesn't
you're
feel
together." That's so
yeah,
funny.
yeah,
I'd be
Jesus,
like,
like, it's
"Yeah,
acknowledgement of the insanity.
interesting." It's a really good question. It's a really but I agree, the less you do, the better.
Mhm. Um
That's juicy. Do you feel hot today?
I think, like, I'm growing into it, like, I think I'm growing into it today, like, I don't like how my hair is acting and behaving.
Um,
Um,
I don't, but I did feel really hot yesterday. I looked awesome. I was in this really cute Reformation dress, shout out. I gave myself a good blowout yesterday. I went to the sauna and the steam room. And my activity of yesterday was washing my hair, so it was a huge day. And do you have a crush of the week?
my crush of the week will be my friend Charlotte, who, I'm going to horses with, who is just, like, a really cool, chill girl, and just got engaged.
Who's she engaged to?
I never met him in my life, but he goes to my gym's, like, kind of rival gym.
Hmm. Do you think
Yeah,
getting
and did it
engaged is cool?
I do think getting engaged is cool. But it's not cool to be engaged for a long time, and it's not cool to be married. So it's like, mm, it's also not cool to date for like 12 years and not be married. So this is the
Oh,
problem of the first
I'm on thin
email.
ice.
You're on thin ice.
We've
Do you think you'll
I
get? I thought about this in the shower the other day. Do you think you'll get married soon?
I don't know. Well, I the other day we started talking about a potential wedding situation, and it got me so excited that I was like, "Oh, I wanna do that really soon."
Yeah. Well, it just feels like time. No
That's
offense to
cr
Brian. Don't you think it's time? It's what 5 years?
I know, but it's like, I feel like I'm like, am I mourning my youth? Like, am I being put out to
I know what you
pasture?
mean. I know what you mean.
A
But
ma
no.
me married?
I I know, it's
I was
interesting to
like child when
consider.
we started this.
I know, child bride.
Child
You'd be a child
bride, Broad
bride.
City child bride comment. Um, I just feel like financially, I don't know if we're there.
Oh, interesting.
It just
But there is
seems
no there financial. It's like, what does it mean? You all have the same amount of money dating or married? Like, why does it need why you have to be rich
I
to
just
be
always
married?
pictured myself, like, with a married woman, like, having a home and stuff,
Of course.
we're renting a one-bedroom apartment, so it's just a little bit it's
Yeah,
hitting
but a nice
different.
yeah,
It is a
it's
nice
different.
one. I don't know if it's a nice one, but it definitely has charm. And don't ever forget that. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny, like, sometimes I get really excited about it, and then sometimes it makes me feel, like, sick. Not because
Yeah,
of anything to do with who the actual relationship, just because of, like, societal
yeah.
expectations and, like, God, it's
Uh,
so scary, like, what's the point? Like and then am I old? Like, I don't wanna seem like first of all, nothing wrong with being old, but am I, like am I boring or out of touch creatively is my fear. Not that I'm old.
No, I think being married probably helps being creative. I don't know
Not when you're
why.
like a sex comic.
Yeah. But you're not getting it's not like you're getting a ton of sex material by being, like, not married.
I agree with that.
I don't know I'm like you're the lawyer for marriage right now, but
Lawyer for
just
marriage. No, I do think
um,
it's time. I think it's time that he picks out a ring and gets down on that knee.
that knee of his that I've heard so much about.
I'm so
Now,
you know
do
what I
you
realized? I didn't have enough coffee today, and that's why I'm, like, really slacking. Oh my god, it's 9 o'clock in the evening. This is
it's
crazy.
well, it's certainly 9 o'clock somewhere, and that place is London. So, do you have a crush of the week, have you said?
My crush of the week is the most exquisite meal I had, which I've been having a lot since I've been here, which is I order from Dishoom, which, if you've been
When I
there, you
hold my
know
head
how
like this, my
fabulous.
hair looks good,
W
yeah.
It does, so yeah.
When I hold my
I
head like
get
this.
okay.
Do you feel hot today? Me, yes. Me holding my head like this, yes. Then when I hold my head like this, it looks quite all wrong.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yes.
Wow, it's giving 5 head. Don't
Um,
care, love my body, love my nose, love my face, love everything about how I look, love my arms and the size. Um, I my crush of the week is rice, chicken ruby, black dal with red onions sprinkled on top from Dishoom with a Coke Zero on the side and a bag of Maltesers for dessert, which is in my mind
mhm.
the perfect sort of um cozy takeout situation. My
Say
crush of the
that.
week.
Saythat.com.
Wow, this is Have you ever seen a crazy lady fall apart in front Have you ever seen a crazy lady fall apart in front of you?
What's that from?
Um, Company.
Oh.
One of my favorite shows of all
Um,
time.
so we've done
Company,
hot, we've done hot, we've
company,
done crush. Are you mad at me?
company. I'm not mad at you. Are you mad at me 'cause I'm being boring?
No, you might make some being boring.
No, sorry, listeners. They can't all be home runs, but we love you guys and we appreciate you now, today, tomorrow, yesterday, and every day.
Yeah.
And thank you to the 30. You guys keep us alive. We're so grateful, and life is
And what do you
beautiful.
want? What do you want you to comment again?
I want you to comment, "I'm gonna keep on dancing in my school
Oh,
polo shirt. I'm gonna keep on dancing down the school polo shirt. I'm gonna keep
thank you.
on
And you
dancing."
guys, just remember out there when the heart breaks, it doesn't break even.
The heart is not breaking even this year. Okay, love you guys.
Treatment. If you're boring as fuck, seek treatment. If you're unlucky in love, seek treatment. If you just can't take a hint, well, seek treatment. With Kat and Pat.
That was a Headgum podcast.